Hey everyone, today I'm going to have a look over a sensor that is BH1715. To gain more knowledge about this sensor, let's have a look over the website CONTROLEVERYTHING.com and search for this sensor. Now let's see what we got. So BH1715 is a digital ambient light sensor, 16-bit 1265535 lux, and these are some of its features. You can buy the product from here. For this video tutorial, I will be interfacing the sensor BH1715 with a particle photon. So I will be requiring a code. Let's go to resource tab and here's the particle code I insist. So you can download the code from here. You can also download the code from our GitHub repository, Control Everything Community. Now let's have a look over the hardware we require and let's make the connections for that. Well, in the hardware connections part, first of all, we require a particle photon which is visible on the screen now. Now, next to it, we require an I2C shield. This is available on our website CONTROLEVERYTHING.com and you can purchase it from there. It's applicable in making connections with other I2C devices very easy, and that's the reason why we use it. Now, gently place the particle photon over the I2C shield and make this connection. Now we require our sensor, that is digital light sensor BH1715, and this is a connecting cable. Make the connection of the cable and the sensor like this, and while making this connection, make sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor, and similarly we have to follow the procedure for the I2C shield. Now this is a micro USB cable. Place it over the power jack to power up our particle photon. So we have completed the hardware sections part. Now let's see the code and interface the sensor with that. Well, for the interfacing of the sensor BH1715 using a particle photon, we require the code. For that, log in to github.com and here search in for the repository, that is Control Everything Community, which you are able to see on my screen. Get over it, and here this is the required sensor. This is the code we are looking for. Before going ahead, let's have a look over the instructions first. We have to log into our Photon and set up the device, and this is docs.particle.io link will help us to set up our device. Next, we have to download the code and we have to copy the code on the online ID, which is build.particle.io link. This will help to copy the entire code. Last, we have to verify and flash the code on the photon, and the code output will be shown on the dashboard.particle link. This is the link where we will have the output on the monitor. So these are the instructions. Now get back to the particle code. It's a .ini extension file. We have included application.h and spark wiring I2C.h libraries, and the address we have defined for the sensor is 0x23. In the void setter function, we have set variables, luminance as you can see. We have initialized I2C communication as master and initialized serial communication and baud rate equal to 9600. We have sent the power on command for the writing section and address is 0x01. Next, we have sent continuous measurement command and the writing command is 0x10. Next part, in the void loop function, we have requested 2 bytes of data for the luminance as you can see, and we have read that. In the conversion part, we have converted the luminance according to the formulas or the information given in the datasheet. At the very bottom of our code, we have the output data on the dashboard in the form of ambient light luminance, which has the unit lux. So this is how a particle code looks like for the sensor BH1715. Let's proceed further with its working. We are now at the working platform. So copy this entire particle code for the sensor and open up the build terminal, which we have discussed earlier. Here, name the file we want to create and paste the entire code and save the code here. Now verify the code and it's been compiled. It's done. Now flash the code. While flashing the code, we have checked for the magenta flash, which will confirm the authenticity of our code and it will help us to move ahead. Now it's successful. As you can notice, we have the magenta flash, and now we can see the output on the dashboard. So open up the dashboard, user logs, where we can have the output of the sensor. Here we go. We have the ambient light luminance, as you can see. Now when I place my hand over the sensor and put some shadow and slowly move towards the sensor, the ambient light luminance decreases. Now instead of that, when I press some light source near it, you can notice the light intensity increases and it's showing on the screen. So this is how the code works for the particle with the sensor. Now let's proceed further. Well, we have seen the working of sensor BH1715. This sensor is a digital light sensor with an I2C bus interface. Its spectral responsibility is approximately human eye response. It has a wide range and high resolution along with low power consumption. The BH1715 is commonly used to obtain the ambient light data for adjusting LCD and keypad backlight power for mobile devices. Other applications include mobile gaming devices, digital camera response, and so on. The sensor BH1715 is available on our website CONTROLEVERYTHING.com, and the particle code can be downloaded from the same site. You can also download the code from our GitHub repository, that is Control Everything Community. Well, if you have any queries, you can reach us on CONTROLEVERYTHING.com, and be sure to post your comments on our community portal. To know more about blogs and articles, you can reach us on Instructables.com, and to subscribe more video tutorials, go to our YouTube channel. Now in the end, you have a good day and thanks for watching.